Good evening. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, and I really want you to listen to this. This is about uh, the sales tax proposal in the state of Missouri that was put forth by Governor Schmidt. The whole idea is to get rid of the income tax in Missouri and to take and make everything that Missouri gets in terms of income through a sales tax. And that sales tax, as they say in the video, could be 17 or 20%. Well, if you make $80,000 a year, 17% is not going to hurt you as much as if you make 25,000, but you've got to buy the same necessities. The person who has a $25,000 a year income is not going to be able to live because they won't have enough money to pay the sales tax to buy the things they need. But anyway, I want you to listen to this.
All right, Missouri friends, let's talk about Amendment 5 a little bit more in depth. This is the amendment that is the very first step in them looking to replace income tax with extremely high sales tax. So why not use some monopoly money to help us out? This represents a low-income family. This represents 1 in 6 Missouri households with an income of around $25,000. So $2,000 a month. Then families making over $300,000 annually. So they have over $20,000 a month in income. The thing is, low-income families are spending 80 to 95% of their entire monthly income on necessities. Where is the choice in that? So that's taking from their monthly income all of this that would be taxed, leaving this remaining that would not be taxed. But then when we look at a high-income family, only around 10 to 20% of their income is spent on necessities. So we're looking at about that. So when people talk about there being a choice on spending money or not, they're talking about high-income families that have all of this as leftover income that is not needed on necessities. So that leaves all of this income left untaxed, while this family only has this left untaxed. That tax burden shifts 80% of the tax burden to middle and low class families. It's still taxing our income. It's just not called income tax. It's called sales tax. And a sales tax that they're talking about being around 17 to 20%. I also want to remind you that in the state of Missouri, families that make under $25,000 a year or individuals that are on disability, Social Security, are not required to pay income taxes right now. If we trade income tax for high sales tax, they will be taxed every single day on things that they are forced to buy. We're talking about the elderly here. We're talking about the disabled. We're talking about your grandparents on Social Security. We're talking about veterans who are left with just this untaxed, while the rich are running around with this untaxed. And I can already see the comments coming in where they're like, well, I don't make less than $25,000 a year and I don't make more than $300,000 a year. So does this really impact me? The answer is yes. So when we're talking about the middle class section that would exist right here, around 50% of middle class income is spent on necessities. So no, if you're in middle class, it may not look as extreme as this example over here. But I do want to remind you, this represents 1 in 6 Missouri families. It's just super hard for me sometimes because even if I somehow magically ended up in this stack over here, I can't imagine letting my neighbors live like this. The choice is ours to make this August. I'll see you at the polls. All right, Missouri friends.
So there you go. Your choice is yours. Please vote against Amendment 5 in the August 4th election in the state of Missouri. So please, all you Missouri voters, get out and get rid of Amendment 5. Show Schmidt that he can't run the state, and he run the state of Missouri into the ground. This is JC saying, fuck you, Eric Schmidt, governor of Missouri, and to everybody else, pox some more, Jack, and keep on trucking.